Good evening, everyone. Susan Campfield here. Welcome to my craft room. Come on in, grab a beverage. I'm laughing at myself because I just went, oh, wait, I didn't clean the stamp. So, got my cleaning pad. I've got my mist, cleaning our stamp. So, I have no idea what our card is going to look like tonight. I'm hoping that you will help me create it. So, come on in, come into my craft room. Super casual here. Grab a beverage, relax. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to make a mess. And hopefully at the end, we'll make something beautiful to send to someone to brighten their day, right? That's always the hope. Hopefully, some of what we do here will inspire you to get those handmade cards out in the mail, because that's the whole idea, right? And I'm pretty sure that every single one of you is better at mailing cards than I am. So I challenged you. Gosh, it's been over a week, almost a week and a half now ago, to grab an envelope and write someone's name on it so that you can make a card and send it to them. I forgot on Saturday night to see if you had. So let me know in the comments if you were able to send a card out. If you haven't, not too late, right? Tonight we're going to recreate a card. I've been sharing some cards that I got, some that I got in a swap in swaps at Backstage, and then some that my team members gifted me for my 25th anniversary. And I had a request on one of those on how the fold was made. So we're gonna deconstruct it and recreate it. We're gonna use some different products. We'll see how it comes out. I'm not really sure, but I think I don't know. We'll see how we go. We've got options. We'll see what you guys vote for. You sent out a card, yay! Sue sent hers. Diane sent hers. Judy did. Awesome. You guys rock. That is so great. That is so great. It just means the world to someone when they open up that mailbox. They may never say anything to you that they got the card or whatever, but I guarantee when they open that card, they feel the love that you're sending them. So awesome job. Arlene sent one. Woohoo. Patricia's got a couple ready to go. Fabulous. Carol Davis sent 3. Awesome. So my name is Susan Campfield. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I love to create and share. And so I'm hoping that I will inspire you tonight with some handmade card ideas. So we're going to go ahead and get this party started. Updates on some things. Got lots to show you. Oh my goodness. Finally, the tutorial bundle for the August crafternoon is available. If you want to purchase that, it's on my blog, www.suestampfield.com. I probably have a banner here somewhere. That's my blog, suestampfield.com. You can also click on subscribe and sign up for my free project sheets. The project sheets will be going out probably tomorrow. And I will have the witch with the, in fact, she's over on my desk. I should grab her. Let me grab our witch. Bring her on over here. Our dancing witch. So we'll have the tutorial for this, the PDF tutorial for this. This card was inspired by Connie Ingram. She, this was her swap card at Backstage. And so she even showed me how she had done it. So we were able to recreate it. I didn't have the paper she used, so I kind of changed that up a little bit. But so that one's going to be going out in the project sheet. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the scoop. Those of you who placed a $50 order in July got a packet for crafternoon, and so you got those tutorials for free. Oh, I should, you know what? I should put that banner away. Oh, was it you, Elodia, that asked for that card? There's a couple that we're going to be doing over the next few whatevers, but it was Kathy String's card that we were going to do. So let me, you guys, my desk is messy. What a shocker that is. Okay, no, it's not a shocker at all, right? Because that's pretty much how we roll around here, right? So let's go ahead and I didn't want to show you my desk because, like, oh my gosh, you guys, it's bad. It's all right. We're just going to make it messier anyway, right? So let's, well, let me clear a little bit of spot. All right. goodness. Susan, Susan, Susan. I talk to myself, by the way, in case you haven't joined us before. All right, you've got random leaves and blossoms and all the things hanging out here. Okay, I shoved some things over. All right, I think I've got, oh, there's a random blossom. Oh, this is so bad. Who doesn't have a messy desk? You all have messy, you can relate. Okay, good. All right, I'm going to flip the camera. Let's get this party started. All right, I almost got it cleared off. We got a random sponge dauber. We need that guy. So where's Kathy's card? Now that I cleared things off, I buried it. Here it is. I don't know if Kathy's watching tonight, but Kathy is one of my team members, and so she sent me this gorgeous card for my 25th anniversary. And what's cool about this card, well, first of all, the opening is, it's pretty fun, and I like this layout with the squares turned, but it's the flap tucks between the squares and the card there so that this just kind of stays closed. It doesn't bounce open. And then you just open it like so. So how fun is that? Now, she used the Wonderful World products from the celebration. I wanted to do a fall card. So I was debating about what to use. And I've been having a lot of fun with the cottage wreath bundle. Look, we got random mini dimensional paper sticking in, trying to ruin our show. Out of the way. Anyway, so I thought we would use that. So for crafternoon, we did the horizontal bendy pop out. So it opens up like this. It's horizontal, and inside there's a bendy, and that image pops out. So this is the Cottage Wreath bundle. This is the card that customers who placed an order in July, they made this card in August. And now people who ordered in August will be making this month's featured fun fold. They'll be sending them a packet. It's a mystery right now. But that'll be on the 20th that video will go live. And that'll be a public video that you can all watch. And then do it all over again in October. So people that are ordering right now, I'm going to be sending them a packet in October. So we did that one, and that's part of that tutorial bundle that is available to purchase if you missed out on the crafternoon event itself. And then this was another one. I did a whole separate tutorial for this one because lots of different techniques on this one. And this is the fall card with this gorgeous bundle. So pretty. Oh, I like how I use the brown. Maybe we can incorporate brown. I'm just not sure what colors we're going to use tonight. We're going to kind of do some playing, and we'll figure it out though. So so those are two of the frankly many cards that I designed. I usually do 5, and for some silly reason I did 7 plus 2 in alternate colors, so a total of 9 cards, which is why it took me so long to get the tutorials written. My tutorials are extremely detailed photo step-by-step tutorials so that it's easy for you to recreate the cards. So somebody is having some freezing on their screen. I don't see where that is. I just see someone that, oh, yep. Yeah, so I think it might hopefully it's just one person. Hopefully we're okay for everyone else. We're gonna forge ahead. So no freezing in Iowa. Okay, yeah, you guys are having a drought. Definitely not freezing there. All right, so we've got our card here. We're gonna deconstruct this. Do I need to know what color we're gonna use? I might need to know what color we're gonna use. All right. We're going to stamp a wreath. We're going to start by stamping a wreath, and then we're going to get into the fun fold. How about that? So I've got my stamp here from the Cottage Wreaths stamp set. Let's bring it in here. I got wreaths. Look, I got die cut wreaths. I got mini dimensional papers. I got all these are just leftover bits from other projects. So I've got a piece of basic white here. I don't even know if we want white or vanilla, but let's start with white and we'll see what we think. I'm going to grab my my stamping pad here because that's going to give me a better look with the photopolymer. So this is the stamp set. There's lots of stamped images. There's a huge die set as well. right here. It's awesome. So many things. And so this is really quite versatile because you can do autumn, you can do Christmas, you've got the holly, you've got the pine here. For fall, you've got the acorn and the oak leaves right here. And the spider and boo, you can do a Halloween wreath. I was thinking you could die cut it. Where'd this go? Like this one is in copper, but you could die cut it in the black, that black shimmer paper that we have right now. It's black metallic paper, and it's got silver polka dots on it. That would be really Halloweenish as well. So, but we're going to use this one. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp um, our wreath here. Okay, I was just reading the comments. Sorry, I got distracted. All right, so I'm going to start by inking up my wreath in crushed curry. Why not? Why not? Either crushed curry or let's try it out with crushed curry. We're going to see what we think. So I've got it inked up in crushed curry, but I want to add some other colors to that. I want those pretty fall colors that are multicolored leaves. So I'm going to grab my cherry cobbler here, and I'm going to get a sponge dauber. These are little sponges. They come in a package of 5, and I'm just going to dab it into my ink, and I'm going to just add a little bit of cherry cobbler right over that lighter color, that crushed curry color. I'm not going everywhere. I'm just going in a few different spots because I do want both colors to show. So that's probably good there. Now you can just stamp it on your paper. Now this one, the die for this, where's the die? Here it is. The die for this one, let's see if I have it. When you line it up on your block, if you line it up straight with the die, it'll help you when you go to die cut it out. So I clearly did not do that, but I'm going to stamp it straight so that when I go to die cut, it'll be just easier for me to line up the die. So stamp that on my paper, and there we get those multiple colors of leaves. Let me bring that up here. So we've got some crushed curry and we've got that cherry cobbler kind of speckled in there. And that just gives us a pretty autumn combo, right, Janine? Absolutely. So now you can, if you want a fuller wreath, you can stamp it another time and just kind of twist it a little bit from the original. I'm going to leave it like this, and we're going to go ahead and die cut that out. And actually, hang on. I'm just curious what it would look like if we stamped this in a different color. And so I'm going to do 2, and I'm going to have you all decide which one you'd like better. How's that sound? Just going to clear my stamp off here. And go back to, you know what? I need a scrap paper. Here we go. Got some glue on it, but that's okay. Just want to make sure I didn't think I got that totally cleaned. I wanted to stamp it off a little bit before I went to my ink pad. So I'm going to go back to the cherry cobbler again. No, not stamping yet, Sue. Got ahead of myself. So I've inked it up in cherry cobbler. I think I got it pretty good. Now you do want to be a little careful when you have multiple ink pads open because guess what I did earlier when I was playing with this? My cherry cobbler, I went to get more cherry cobbler. Yeah, I went right into the crushed curry. But if you ever do that, if you get like red ink and a yellow ink pad, don't panic. I just took a wet paper towel and I sopped up the ink out of the part that I did it in. You can kind of still see where it was. And then I re-inked it really well with the cherry cobbler. So all better. So I'm going to go back in with some more cherry cobbler. And you're thinking, well, Susan, I thought you were going to do something different. This is exactly what you did the first time. I'm going to try adding a third color in, see what we think. All right, so we got those 2. Let's grab a little Cajun Craze. This might muddy it too much. I don't know. This might be going too far. We're going to find out. I'm going to just add a little bit there. My cherry cobbler, or my crushed what is this? Cajun Craze is not as juicy as some of my others. So I don't feel like I'm picking up as much ink, but that's probably okay. So I just added it in 3 spots because I don't want to muddy it too much. And I'm going to stamp it and I'm going to see what you all think. Again, it would have been totally awesome if I had put this correctly on, if I put it on straight, but I'm doing it this way. It's kind of backwards. If I'd put the wreath straight on the block to match the die, then I wouldn't have had to do this step. All right, there it is with the little bit of Cajun Craze added. It did get a little lighter, so I actually like this one. This one's a little more vibrant. I think what happened is that sponge actually ended up removing more color than it added, probably because my Cajun pad is not very juicy. So I'm going to go ahead and go with this one. So yeah, the only difference with this one is I added in a 3rd color, but it I don't know, I think this one's more vibrant. So let's go with that one. And I just got cherry cobbler on me because I put my hand in the sponge dauber. Of course I did, because you know, that's how I roll, guys. Fortunately, I have a paper towel here that I can just at least wipe it off so that it doesn't cause too many problems. We actually might need that cherry cobbler back, but that's okay. I know where it's at. I know where it's at. So let's put this aside. And I should show you another card. I don't know if Kathy was inspired by this card, but this is a card, a swap card I got from Terry Gaines. And the layout is the same, right? This one opens just, I wouldn't say like a regular card, but kind of. It doesn't have that tuck feature, but it's the same layout. So beautiful card from Terry. Okay, let's bring in. All right, so we've decided on this. Let's go ahead and die cut this out. I'm all a dither. You guys get to help me help me build out this card from the get-go. So if you're here to watch a really polished presentation where we know exactly what we're doing, yeah, that's not going to happen. We're making it up on the fly. So I'm just going to position that die so that it lines up with the wreath. Had I filled it out a little bit and added some more ink, a second stamping, if you will, it would not line up exactly, but it's actually close enough. It's what I did on the crafternoon card. So it actually looks quite nice. So let's go ahead and die cut this out. We're going to be doing a bow as well, but at this point in the game, I don't know what color we're going to decide we want our bow to be. So, and we're going to do some embossing as well. So we'll keep the die cut machine close at hand, but there we have our beautiful wreath. And let's go ahead and make some decisions on colors. All right, so we're going to be die cutting some stitch squares. And those are right here in one of my favorite die sets. This is the Stylish Shapes dies. These are finally back in stock. They were out of stock for a while because they were just so crazy popular because they're awesome. So they are back in stock in case you were wondering. Janine says she's wondering about stamping the wreath directly on the base, maybe stamped off and then putting the die cut on top. Oh, yeah, that would be another thought. Or you could even add, I could have done a separate wreath over the top of this as well, but I kind of like the vibrant colors on this one. So let's give this a go. I am looking for... I had another square cut and then I used it. So, all right, let's do some deciding here. First of all, let's see which squares Kathy used for her card. So she used the largest square for the big one in the background. And then she used, I think, the next one down for that layering piece. So it's those two. This is also in this set, but I'm not sure what grading we're using yet. So we're going to hold off on that. So we have options. we can mount this on cherry cobbler. We can mount it on white. We're not going to want to use vanilla because we stamped our wreath on white. So hold on a moment here. Let me just cut a white square so you can see it. Sorry, I had that ready and then I decided to stamp it twice. So we can mount it on white or we could mount it on cherry cobbler. Let me know in the comments which color you think would be better, the cherry cobbler or the white. And let's see here. Grab some parts and pieces and we can see what we think. Cherry, cherry, cherry. All right, cherry it is. All right, so we're going to go with cherry cobbler for that piece. And then we have our base here. So I think what we're going to want to do is do a second square. I am leaning towards doing cherry Cajun craze with the cherry cobbler. I know we use crushed curry, and that might seem odd, but crushed curry on its own is really bright, and it reminds me of the Minnesota Gopher colors, which is fine, even though I went to University of Iowa. It's fine, but it's not quite what we're going for. So I'm wondering about, or we could do, so I was thinking we could do Cajun Craze for our layering piece, if you look at these two here, or we could do, I do have some Cajun Craze cardstock here as well. Or we could bring in early espresso and go that route. Grab a little early espresso here and see what we think. So many options. All right. Let's do this. We're going to go ahead and do some embossing. I'm going to go cherry here on our base for our card. The base for this card is 5.5 by 7. If you all can remind me, I will go over all of the measurements later. Again. And both Terry and Kathy embossed, I think, the whole piece. So I'm going to take my embossing folder here and I'm going to slide this in this way. And this is a 3D folder, so we're going to want to grab our number 4 plate and we're going to send that through. I'm going to move these very inky sponge daubers so that I don't get any more ink on me, because I've already got plenty. Oh, clunk. Sorry, that was loud. Goodness. Hope I didn't hurt your ears. All right, so we've got that done, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to flip it around. Can you see where the line is here? I'm going to go ahead and emboss that as well. So I'm just going to flip it around, line it up with the edge of the embossing folder, and I'm going to send it through again. I don't want to send my wreath through. I love this leaf fall embossing folder. As you might have noticed, I've used it just a ton. All right, so we've got our leafy pattern here on our card. Still got a little bit of line. That's totally fine. And we're going to go ahead and let's move this out of our way. And let's see what we're doing for score lines on this card, shall we? Open it up here, and glad the ink is non-toxic. So yeah, me too. So we are, let's see, it looks like 1.25 inches. What's this one? Actually, it's 1 3/8. What's this one? And 1 inch, and boy, it's a little bit different dimensions. So maybe what I need to focus on is that this part is going to be 4 1/4, huh? Let's do that. All right. Don't worry, I will go over these dimensions again. We're just deconstructing and figuring it out. Once we got it down, I will share that. So one of these was exactly 1 3/8. So let's go ahead and score that. 1 1/4, 1 3/8 will be right there. Whoops. Doesn't really matter, I guess. 1 3/8 right here. Okay, I don't want to cut it though, so I'm going to put the cutting blade at the top and just slide with my scoring blade. All right, and then from that, I'm going to line that score line up to the 4 1/4 mark and score again. My 4 1/4 mark is right down here. I'm going to line that up and score again. So set that aside. Go ahead and fold on those and like so. So what's cool about this card is the back is decorated. How fun is that, right? Not often that we have fun decoration on the back of the card. So I'm just going to crease that with a bone folder. And then we're going to have our, this colored cardstock is going to attach back here. So if we go with Cajun, it would look like that. If we go with Early Espresso, bear with me one moment. It would look like that. I do love Early Espresso and Cherry Cobbler together. They're very nice. Let's see. 2 3/4. All right. So we could do this. Or we could do the Cajun Craze. Or somebody said espresso is too dark. Cherry, Cajun Craze, small cherry square, no Cajun. Espresso, one of my favorites. Early Espresso, white layer. Cherry, cherry, cherry. Okay, so let's do just a little more playing, shall we? Let's see here. I'm going to take this piece of Cherry Cobbler and I'm going to emboss it. This will take the place of the Designer Series paper that's on this other one. And once we get this in place, it might give us a better idea of what we want that contrasting color to be. And we could do that contrasting color in white. That is absolutely possible. But it would really help if I could get this in where I want it. Okay, it doesn't have to be straight, fortunately. This is not a directional folder, so you can just throw it in there, but I did want to make sure it got leaves on it. Clunk. That's a happy sound, right? It means good things are about to come out. Clunk. All right, so here's our Cherry Cobbler piece. And then we just need that contrasting. So we're going to try again here with the Early Espresso and that piece like so. And then let's try it with white. That's with white. Not sure about the white. All right, let's go ahead and die cut. All right. You know what? I wonder. I'm going to try crushed curry, but as the bigger piece because it's going to be covered up. I still don't know if it'll be covered up enough for us, though. All right, let's crumb cake. Crumb cake. Or soft suede would be another way to go. Crumb cake would be another option. Let's try that. Here's the crumb cake. Here is our embossed piece. And here is our wreath. We are going to have another square. So this one we decided we wanted the wreath on the cherry, if I remember correctly. Oh, I know what else we could do. Oh, wait, I just had a thought, you guys. What if we did copper or gold? What if we went metallic paper? Maybe that's the missing link here. Let's give it a go. So I'm going to cut this one. This is the second from largest square. And our wreath is going to be mounted on that. And then we need to die cut a bigger square. So let's grab some metallic cardstock because I think that might solve our dilemma here. The only thing we need to decide is if we want to go with gold, light bronze, or copper. So let's bring those out. And let's hope I have enough left of all of the colors. Why is this so dark? Because it's not on. Well, that's a little better. I'm so sorry, you guys. So sorry. Got all my extra bits over here. All right, so this is the copper. See if I have any of the others in here. I think this is all copper in this one. Hold on. This is the gold. Gold would be pretty. I think you guys might be on the right path there. Let's take a look. This is the gold. So let's bring in our square that we die cut. So here's what it looks like on gold. Sorry about the reflection there. Maybe that's more accurate. And this is what it looks like on the copper. And then there's one more color, and that is the light bronze, which is this color right here. So it's a little more brassy and less yellow. Gold it is. All right. Thank you for sharing, Marilyn. All right, let's move on here. Got our gold. I'm cutting it off to the side because I got a mess here, you guys. Oh my goodness. All right. It's all right. It's all good. Oh, I like it. It's pretty. Pretty, pretty. All right, we need a couple pieces here. All right, so that is going to go behind there. This is going to be so elegant, isn't it? All right, so that's going to go behind there. We're going to die cut our our big square. This is a 3x3 square of gold, which fits just perfectly. It's just a tiny bit smaller than my 3x3 square. So I do want to make sure I have it on there correctly. There we go. Send that through. Right. And we might need to die cut a greeting later, but for now we'll set this aside. Oh, I know what I need to die cut. We need a bow. We need a bow for our wreath. There's a couple bow options. You can stamp a bow or you can die cut a bow. We're going to go with that easy option of die cutting a bow. We're going to go ahead and do that bow in gold. Why don't we do a couple little leafy things here too? Those might be fun. Oh, I'm bumping my camera. So sorry. All right. So let's see. Get a chunk of gold over here. It's bigger than I need. Let me cut that down. Waste not, want not, especially when it comes to metallic cardstock. Am I right? All right. So let's do a couple gold leafy things on here, but we might like them better in cherry. So what the heck? Comes with 4 of them. Why don't we cut more than we need, and then we can have choices, right? my craft desk looks like yours, Peggy. You guys are so sweet. You were so patient with me here during this odyssey. Stamping odyssey. All right. Metallic paper for the win, I'm thinking. All right. Let's see how we did. Let's see how we did. All right. So my favorite thing to do with this bow is to add in a couple of these leafy sprigs. And I just don't know if we're going to want to go gold or if we're want to go, I can't talk. If we're going to want to do gold or cherry, oh my goodness. Or maybe we'll do all 4. You never know with us, right? All right, let's slide those off. All right, let's put our card together and let's review those sizes that have been all over the board. All right, we have a card base here that is 7 inches by 5.5, and we embossed it. And it is scored at 1 1/4 on one end, and then again at, if you do it at 1 1/4 and then at 5.5, you should be good. All right, and then we're going to take our pretty gold piece here and we're going to adhere it. Let me see how far in Kathy adhered it. She did it about that far. So we'll do the same. We just want to have it so that it can tuck here. So we're going to grab some adhesive. I'm going to use the big guns here. I'm going to grab my tear and tape adhesive because I don't want my card to fall apart. There's other adhesives that you could use, but metallic paper has a bit of a coating on it. And so some adhesives will release from it. I'm going to just rub on this, grab my take your pick tool, get that end going, the paper to release, hopefully. There we go, and we'll peel that off. All right. And I'm just going to lay this on here about there. So how much distance? Let's see. Let me tell you the dimensions for this piece. Our gold piece is 2 3/4 by 5.5. And I'm going to go 1/2 inch here. Okay. I've got that down. And now we're going to grab this piece is going to attach here. And let me grab our square. I've got our wreath. I've got our other square. Let's go ahead and put these together. I think if I use the, oops, Can I use this? Is it empty? Looks looking kind of empty. Nope, there's some in it. I'm going to use the Seal Plus. Again, a little stronger than the Seal because I'm going on to the metallic paper here. Okay. I might be changing my mind. So we have an option here. Let me run it by you. So we can put the cherry cobbler here, like so, with our wreath, which does look really nice. Or we actually could do an embossed piece. We could make this strip be gold with embossed leaves on it. So should we change this to gold or leave it cherry cobbler? Let me know in the comments what you prefer. And that's going to go on like so. And then this piece is actually going to go in between the two. So we're going to stick the square down, but we're only going to put adhesive on half of it so that this flap can tuck in there to hold the card closed. Leave it cherry. Leave it, leave it. All right, you guys got it. So again, I'm going to use the Seal Plus. You do need to be careful when you're putting Seal Plus on embossed paper because, yep, see there, it just did it. See what it did? Because this paper is now more fibrous, because the fibers have been broken down, I guess is maybe what I'm trying to say. You do need to be careful when you're doing the seal. So sometimes you're better off to actually put it on what you're sticking it to if you're working with embossed paper. So let me pick all the glue off my hands here and we'll do that. All right, so this is going to go right here. Yeah, I have this one, I think, cut a little bit too lighter than I want it to be. So I'm going to put that like so. And let me grab my, that was enough to stick it. All right, we're good. All right, let me grab this. So for this piece, we're just going to put adhesive on part of it. And I don't know if you can see what happened there. I got a little carried away and I went over the edge. It's no worries if that happens. Just flip it over and press it down. And then that is going to go right here. And this is going to tuck here, but I want to see a little bit more of that gold. So I'm going to trim this down. This was 1 1/4, right? It was 1 3/8. I want it down a little bit. All right, where'd my paper trimmer go? Anybody see it? Oh, seriously. Oh, here it is. I found it. Guess what? I put stuff on it. There we go. What a shocker. I just have to laugh at myself. All right, I'm going to try this at 4 1/4. You can see a little bit of the gold now. Could be a little bit more showing. Let's nip off a wee bit more. It might be more than I want. Let's do 1 1/8. Oh, good. I've got ink on me. All right. So this is probably now 1 inch. All right, that's better. All right, we're going to take our square here that's half sticky, and we're going to put that on the front of our card. And we're going to put our, and so this, no, I didn't. Did I do that right? Yeah, then that's going to tuck in there. Yeah, maybe I cut too much off. All right, nobody panic. I got to fix it. So I cut off too much and now it won't tuck. Hang on, hang on, hang on. I'm going to put it over further. You can do that, right? Nope, it's just too short. I'm thinking. I could add an edging piece here, and that could solve my problem. Might have made that a little too skinny though. Let's go 3/4 inch. I want to start all over. Oh, let's see here. Da, 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 da. There we go. So I got in trouble because I wanted to see more of that gold, and then I cut off too much, which made it too small to hold the card closed. So I'm just adding in a piece of gold so that it will tuck better. All right. Still doesn't tuck as well as I want. Let me grab this one and see. Where I went amiss. So I think I maybe just need a little more adhesive on this piece so that it's a little bit tighter. So I'm going a little bit more than halfway. Let's see if that does it. That did it. All right, so adding more adhesive to this piece because you only need about this part that's loose. That makes sense. All right, what do we do with our wreath? Here it is. So our wreath is going to go on the front of the card, and we're going to add some dimensionals to the back of that. The red is not centered on the gold, the cherry cobbler. Let's see here. Yeah, and if you look at this one, it's not centered, but when it's closed, it is centered. So pop this on here, and let's add our gold bow. Or we could do a cherry cobbler bow. Let me know in the comments if you'd rather have the cherry or the gold for the bow on our wreath. While you're commenting on that, I am going to, I'm just curious what a gold wreath would look like. So while you're commenting, I'm going to see if I can cut a gold wreath. Be able to cut both of them from this. We'll probably use our stamped one, but I want to see what it looks like. So these wreaths are very detailed, so I'm putting them over on the edge of the machine because the roller hits harder on the outside. And so there's more pressure, and so it cuts better on that outside edge. There's so much gold on the card. I wonder if we're going to like a gold wreath better. Let's see. Anyone see what I did with that? Found it. Use my handy dandy take your pick tool here to get all those little bits and pieces out of the wreath. And poke, here's some ejection holes here to poke that out. Might be too much gold, I don't know. Poke that through. If not, I'll have this for another card, right? My spongy thing. There we go. That's why it comes with that, right? Because that does the trick. All right. Let's just set that aside and hope nothing falls. All right. So let's bring our card in here. So we could go with, come on, wreath. Doesn't want to come off, you guys. It really wants to stay on there, and it might be staying on there, but I'm going to convince it to come off. So we could do, come here, a little piece stuck on there. We could do a gold wreath with a cherry cobbler bow and some little cherry sprigs coming out of the bow. Or we can go back to our stamped one. The gold one would look nice with the espresso, yeah. And what do we decide on the bow? Let me go back here. You have several containers with extra cutouts? Yeah, me too. What color of leaves are you using? The ink colors were cherry cobbler and crushed curry for the inks. Did we decide on the cherry? It looks like cherry was the winner on the bow. And then we can have a couple sprigs coming out of the bow. And those could be in gold. Zoom in here a little bit. Or we could do them in cherry cobbler. I think the gold looks nice though. What do you think? Gold for our leaves with our cherry bow, or here's what the cherry leaves look like. Go down to the comments. Gold wreath is too much. Yes, the cutout one. Some like the gold wreath better. Some like the other. I'll probably make it in both ways, right? So that you can see the gold leaves and the cherry bow, it looks like. All right. Works for me. All right, let's bring that in. And let's go with some glue dots on the back here. So I'm going to put 3 glue dots on the back of my bow. One is going to be in the middle, and that's going to stick the bow to the wreath. But I'm going to do another glue dot on each side of it, and that's going to be for those leaves. Or maybe for me. I'm going to stick myself to the bow. All right, let's bring this up. So I'm just sticking those leaves like so. And I kind of tilt them up a little bit so they follow the angle of the wreath. Poke them on. Now for this card, you are going to need some white on the inside to have a place to write your message. So those leaves will get covered up, but they're going to show on the back, which is kind of fun. Just grab a piece here. So that's going to go on the inside there. Boy, I am way zoomed up. Here's my regular seal. I knew I had some here somewhere. And I would love to show you really quick here some more of the cards that I received from my stampers. So there we have for my team members. So there we have our card. Very elegant. I'm not sure about the gold square personally. I like the gold back here, but I'm wondering if this, I might play around with changing that up, and I'll let you know what I come up with. I think this, the gold one would be really pretty on vanilla. Maybe with a bow, an actual tied bow, with this beautiful ribbon that is vanilla and gold. I can see that for like an anniversary, 50th anniversary, or a wedding card. I think that would be really elegant, right? And do that on vanilla. Let's see if we can bring in Terry's here, kind of give you an idea. Obviously, we do something different here, but just a thought. So, yes, so many options, right? You think the gold square makes the card. All right. All right. You think you like the gold square? All right. Well, cool. All right. So let me grab my, I wanted to, in the last video, we made this bridge fold card, and we colored this with watercolor pencils, and we used the Wink of Stella to activate it, to turn it into the paint. After the video, I did do another version. This version I did with the Stampin' Blend markers, and I didn't do the flower on this one. This is the bridge fold card, and we were basing this off of a swap card I got at Backstage, this beautiful card right here. And I found her information. I was so excited. So this was created by Laura Lee Collette. Laura Lee Collette was the instigator behind this beautiful card. So I wanted to make sure I gave her credit because I didn't have her name on the actual card, but I found the envelope. So thank you, Laura Lee. And was there anything else I wanted to mention? No, I don't think so. I'm still working on our little, so last time we did the dancing witch. And if you recall, I did a dancing gnome, and we decided to make the witch into the card. So I have the gnome here floating around on my desk somewhere. He's going to become a card, and that will be going out in the project sheet emails. So more cards. So speaking of these apple blossoms, by the way, these dies are a limited time option. They're only available in September. One of the other cards that I got for my my 25 years from one of my team members. This is from my team member, Rachel Tessman. In fact, Rachel and some of the gals did a blog hop in honor of my 25 years, which was super cool. Blog hop and an Instagram hop. And this was the card that Rachel featured with those. And so they all did my crafternoon fold from July, which was the vertical pop-out bendy fold card. So this is Rachel's card. So it pops out there. It's absolutely gorgeous. And Rachel's been on my team for a long time. I can remember her sitting on my couch, filling out her starter kit many, many, many moons ago. Let me grab the bucket here of a bridge fold apple be nice with a green base and embossed leaves. The white brick makes you think of the fireplace. You know what? Me too. In fact, I was thinking it'd be really fun to do a Santa Claus coming down the fireplace. So yeah, it makes me think of a fireplace too. I know exactly what you mean. Let me grab a couple cards here. Let's see. This one is from Teresa Glowy. And this one is fun. It's a shadow box card. And so it folds flat to go on the envelope, but then you've got these different circles that line up with the message behind. Isn't that adorable? And then you put your greeting on the back. So that's from Teresa Glowy. I hope I'm saying it right. Teresa Glow. I might be saying that wrong. Oh, I'm so bad at names. All right. This one is from Robin Walston. Beautiful card with the hues of happiness. She used that peek through die right there. I should pull these out so I know which ones I've shared and which ones I haven't shared yet. So let's see. This one is from And stamped with love. Who's this one from? Oh, this one's from Marcine. So this is a crisscross card. So the 2 panels crisscross like so, and then it opens up. It's a beautiful card from Marcine Ingram. And where am I piling the ones I showed? Oh, I'm doing it over here. Okay, I'm doing it over there. Let's see. What else do we have here? Oh, let's see. This one is from... Oh, this is from Maureen Carbone. She used the, what are they called? The split frames dies, I believe, in silver. Isn't that striking? With the summer shadow dies and stamp set there. So beautiful card from Maureen. And let's look at one more. And let's see. Let me grab one here. Let me grab one. Oh, there's so many cool ones, you guys. I'll keep showing these on other videos. Oh, this is a fun one. I think this is from Sheila Shu. So this one, it opens up like this. And then there's another message. How fun is that? I don't know what you call that fold, but it's super fun. So we might have to do that one on a different video, but that card is from Sheila. So thank you, Sheila. I love it. It's so cute. And what a fun fold. So, all right. Yeah, the shadow box is neat. Let's see. I'm going to flip this around. There we go. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, everyone, and doing a little fun playing with paper tonight and creating. I will, I might do an alternate with this, this gold wreath. And I usually post those on our Suestampfield Facebook group. But if you're not on Facebook, as long as you're signed up for my emails, they usually end up in there as well. So there's my... the sign up for the free project sheets if you're not getting the emails currently. Take care, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. I will be back with you again on Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Looking forward to it, and we'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.